can tempt you and lead you astray.
Hey, this is Dolly Parton. Welcome to Nashville, Music City, USA. You're not going to see a whole lot of me on this program, but you are going to see a lot of the new upcoming people. They've got a wonderful show going on, so you're going to learn a lot of stuff, and you might see me more than you might think.
Well, the Grand Ole Opry ain't so grand anymore. Well, they've gone fucked off Hank Williams and they don't give a shit before.
If you're a musician, a songwriter, or if you work in the business, Nashville has its own way of doing things.
If you're going to make it as a country star, you got to go to Nashville.
Det er med god grund, at Nashville går under navnet Music City. Byen, der er på størrelse med Aarhus, ligger som bæltespændet i det amerikanske bibelbælte i sydstaten Tennessee, og det er som hovedstad for countrymusikken, Nashville har spillet sig ind i verdenshistorien. Ikke mindst takket være en stærk musikindustri med det magtfulde radioshow The Grand Ole Opry i spidsen siden 1925. Det er i Nashville, den uregerlige Hank Williams blev countrys første superstjerne, inden han i 1953 døde som 29-årig af et misbrug af sprut og medicin. Men inden Hank Williams død, nåede han at sprede sine gener. Og Williams arvtagere er bestemt ikke tilfredse med den kommercialisering og poppet renskurethed, der siden har præget countryen for Nashville.
Nashville is taken country music and they've slandered it.
A good example would be Garth Brooks. He used to work down on Music Row. He knew how the system worked. He was a marketing major and all this stuff, and he knew what he had to do.
Standing outside the bar. Standing outside the bar.
It's insulting to me when they call somebody like Toby Keith country music.
So saddle up the boys and let's go draw a hard line.
We're not going to let them win. They can't have it. They could call it country music, but it doesn't belong to them. It belongs to the people.
The reason I like country is it's in my blood.
Why can't I free your downful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? I keep the ends out for the tie that binds, because you're mine. I walk the line.
Jolene, 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 Jolene.
Dolly Parton's a great singer.
Don't take him just because you can.
She's referred to as, being a legacy act. If you bought the newest Dolly Parton record, it's probably pretty good.
It will always take people like myself and Hank III and Joe Buck and all these cool people to sort of bring Nashville back to its honest roots.
We're not rocket scientists. We're just simple people.
Music City's dead. It ain't what it seems. No! Make it hillbilly mean.
Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA.
Welcome to Tennessee, goddammit.
I'm heading back to the country to a trailer on the lake in the shivering pines. In the woods there's a song on the wind I'm swaying to. And moonlight drips like rays of smoke on a raging fire. I'm leaving innocence lost in the city of the country star. I loaded my truck. I'm driving out of the city. I'm driving out of this city, driving out of this town, driven out of my mind. Music City's dead. The whole reason I wrote that Music City's Dead song was because it was so funny. 70, 80 years of just amazing American art being made here. And they get a professional football team. And all of a sudden, they no longer call it Music City, they call it Titan Town. I was like, amazing. A football team can come into the town, and all of a sudden, rich history just wiped away. I don't even know if they call it Music City anymore. Looks like they're trying to.
Music City is dead. Music City is dead.
This is Lower Broadway, the last bastion of what used to be Nashville, really. Tootsie's Orchid Lounge. Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, those guys all played in there. Hank Williams used to hang out there when it was called Ma's Place. Back in the 50s and 60s, like, there was probably 100 honky-tonks in this area. Every one of them with live music. All great bands. Now the whole little street's been reduced down to about 4 or 5 of them. You know, I guess you noticed everybody staring at me because of my hair, but it's like, I've had this mohawk forever, and it's like country music looks like this.
How does country music look?
Like this.
Is that how it looks?
Yeah, it is. We're here at the new Country Music Hall of Fame. Been in here a couple of times, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the new Hank Williams exhibit. It's good that people care about country music. J-O-N? What's your name, partner?
Alex.
What's yours, buddy?
Samuel.
I was born on a farm in Missouri. I went my whole life hating country music because I was from a farm.
This is your live show that we have.
The media and even music had told me that everything that where I'm from, I'm a low-class, ignorant, buck-toothed fool. And for some reason, I believed those people. So I ran from my country roots. And thank God to one amazing incident. When I left home about 17, I just fell into drugs and alcohol and punk rock music and rock and roll. And I happened to have a friend that was the produce guy at the Piggly Wiggly. And he came over to a party I was having. And he was like, I don't like none of that crap you all play at your parties because I brought you some real music. And he had the 40 greatest hits of Hank Williams. I was 21 years old. When he put that in, I'm getting chills on the back of it thinking about right now. When he put that in, it was the music I had heard all my life but never heard. That's Hank III's suit. I said that would be in the Country Music Hall of Fame someday. My God, his boots are in there.
When we were younger, we were around each other a good bit. As we've gotten older.
Every show I've ever played with him, he wore those. There's a man right there. I owe so much to that young man right there. I never dreamed in a million years that I would ever get to play the Grand Ole Opry. And for this once drunk junkie to get to play the anniversary of Hank's death on the Grand Ole Opry with his grandson was the great, and now my now deceased father, to see me on the Grand Ole Opry, it validated it for him that maybe I hadn't wasted my life. And for that, I will always be grateful. I mean, I couldn't have written that story any better. It was, you know.
It don't matter if you're a Hank Williams, Hank Jr. fan, or Hillary or Holly. Anybody that walks up to me and wants to talk about the family, I'm always, patient, willing to talk about it. All right, I'm Shelton Hank Williams III, and you guys are at the Haunted Ranch here in East Nashville. Right here, this is Hank Williams. That's my granddad. On that, it's Hiram Hank Williams Sr. Well, oh, what a feeling that burns down low when you ain't got nowhere to turn or nowhere to go. Makes me feel like sometimes I'm out of control. So I'm gonna get wasted with all my country heroes. I always keep everything I get from the fans. For some reason, it feels like it's a power thing for me, or makes me feel like I've